Hey everyone, my name is Veronica. I'm so happy to be with you today. Today we are doing a podcast on Anchor. And if you haven't downloaded the Anchor app yet, please do so and listen to me there at Veronica Isles. I release podcasts all the time. Now today I'm going to be answering 3 questions that were submitted to me. If you would like your question answered on a future podcast, all you need to do is send me a voice note and I will add it to the queue. Just make sure that you speak clearly, and that's pretty much all it takes, and I will answer your question. Okay, so I hope your question is answered today if you are waiting on one. And if you would like to do some one-on-one coaching with me or learn more about me, veronicaisles.com. So let's get to question number 1.
Hi, dear Veronica. Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity. Okay, I've been trying to manifest a specific person for about a year. I tried everything: visualization, meditation, affirmation, letting go, and we kissed each other. But he rejected me. He said, "I just love you as a friend," and I've and we had a great fight, and he blocked me, he ignored me, and my friends tells me that you should give up, he will never come back. But I have hope. I know everything is possible. But I got a question: is it possible or not? But deep down I know it is possible. So what should I do? Thank you so much.
Okay, so I think that the first thing that you have to remember is that when a friend tells you that something isn't possible, they mean the best. I know this happens to a lot of people. They mean the best. Your friend cares about you. But what your friend said is coming from their own limitations. It is coming from their own hopes and fears. It is not truth. It is not gospel. It is not what will happen. What will happen is entirely within your control. I do think that you are holding on too tightly to this person, and this is why it hasn't happened yet. Yes, your gut instinct was right. It is absolutely possible. But I think that it's going to happen when you just allow it to be. You mentioned one of the things that you have done is letting go. I don't think that you fully let go in the proper way. I think that you have thought you have let go, but you had an underlying feeling of still holding on too tightly. And this happens to a lot of people, so hopefully this advice can help not only you, but many other people who are listening. I would be optimistic the next time your friend talks to you about this, because friends love to talk. You know, they love to talk about other people's love lives. They love to gossip. They have the best intentions in mind, but they will definitely bring this up. When they do, be optimistic that things can happen for the better, and that you know deep down inside that you deserve to be loved. Now, I want you to not focus on the rejection, not focus on him saying these words, I just love you as a friend. I wouldn't even check to see if you are blocked. I wouldn't even reaffirm that you are being ignored. I would not relive the fight. I think what you may be doing, and again, I don't know if you're actually doing this because I'm not inside of your head, is that you may be trying to prove yourself to this person and why you should be together, why the fight shouldn't have happened, why he should love you as more than a friend. It's as if, when you're rejected, you stand up to this person in your mind, and the problem with that is that it is perpetuating the rejection. Now, you have done a lot of techniques, a lot of things already. You've visualized, you've meditated, you've affirmed. It is yours. I would set this aside, let things be, and let yourself move forward. This is not moving on, this is not forgetting about this person, but the problem is there's so much emphasis on trying to manifest this person that it's as if you're putting up a wall between you and actually getting to experience this very thing. So let's stop trying. Let's just stop trying, and let's just start welcoming love in all forms. And I bet you anything, if you just kind of let it be, you let it breathe, you realize that he comes to you, and then you get to decide whether or not he's good enough. And that is the approach you want to take, not waiting and waiting around until he'll have you. Okay, let's get to question number 2.
Hi, Veronica. My SP came into my life over a year and a half ago, and it was magical. Became really close, good friends. which I think was made it special because we were friends. But then, over time, sentiments of love and importance of just how great I was in their life got them through a hard time, and vice versa. And then as quickly as the person came into my life, they left. I completely ghosted, and or it felt like ghosted. Third party came in and made myself okay with it, knowing that this person's meant to be. They'll be back, and was living in the end, picturing end result, successful in my business. So I was keeping myself occupied with friends and self, but still thinking of that person and trying not to think of the third person. And at times I did, though. And now that third person's expecting. And I'm not sure if I should give up or what I should do.
Okay, so this is a great question, and I want to give you a virtual hug right now because, going through something like this, you feel almost powerless. You wonder what you did wrong, and anyone else who's in a similar situation needs one of those hugs too. So I'm just giving an abundance of hugs right now. Okay, I want to first say that it will get better. Like things will get better, something wonderful can come from this. You may even end up with this person. But for right now, in this current moment, the fact that there is a third party who is pregnant, we need to just let that be. And we need to not feel jealousy, not feel hurt, not feel sadness. Instead, try to embrace this idea that a new life is coming in the world. You do not understand what this is, meant to show you, but you know that it is not a slap in the face. You know that it is not harming you. You know that overall you are going to be the winner, not the victim. So in a situation like this, it's hard not to fall into the trappings of being the victim because you feel so wronged, you feel so mocked in a lot of ways. But again, the way to get the best result from this, the way to have this be a blessing in disguise, is to just let it be. Try to embrace this idea of love and joy. Let's also refrain from trying to understand where his head is at. We know he is with a third party. We know he has ghosted you. But let's not assume that you aren't meaningful in his life and that you weren't meaningful in his life. It sounds like, you got him through a really hard time. That's huge. You pulled him up. Try not to affirm that you pulled him up only he could be happy with someone else. Like that's horrible. And I think honestly what this stems down to, because it sounds like you've done a lot of work in terms of your intention of him, but where I think you need to do the work on is this feeling that life can actually deliver for you and can actually be good for you. What I mean by that is this idea of life not letting you down. The things that you want not ending up being with someone else. This idea of you being able to have what is yours, what is meant for you, these joyous experiences that you want, being able to be in love and not have it be taken away by someone else. When you think of this third party, I want you to affirm, and it's very similar to other advice that I've given to other people that are with a third party, or rather that their specific person is with a third party. You want to affirm that even though there is a presence of a third party, I can still have my heart's desire. It does not have to take it away from me. It does not have to forever rob me of what I want. So we stop giving the third party power. You know, we stop emphasizing this third party. Like, it's okay. I mean, who knows what's going to happen? I know your fear probably wants to tell you that they're going to be happy for the rest of their life together and have more children, but that may not be the case. It may be that he realizes he made a horrible mistake with this person, and it may be that she coerced him into getting pregnant. I mean, who knows? You don't know, but you definitely want to focus on this core belief of not being the victim, of not being wronged, and to have wrongs be made right to you, is what I'm trying to say. So that is the mantra that I would use. I wouldn't visualize any more being with him. I actually wouldn't put much focus on him at all. I would put it all on yourself as being the winner, the clear winner, and just let this situation breathe and work in your favor. Okay, let's get to question number 3.
Hi, Veronica. I'm wondering, what do you do when you notice that you actually totally manifested your breakup? You basically asked the universe for it, and surprise, surprise, the universe gave it to you. And now you're realizing actually you don't want it, but that other person is done. this specific person doesn't want to get back together. They said that they're not in love with you anymore. They want to be friends in the future, but you want that relationship back. Where do you go next? Especially when you did manifest the breakup in the first place. Thank you.
Well, I think you almost answered your own question in a lot of ways. Yes, you manifested this breakup. You know what that means? You could manifest being together again. It's fine. We manifest all the things all the time that we realize we actually don't want. That's okay. We can try it. We don't have to exist in it forever. Like when you manifest something, you are not stuck with it for all of your lifetime, because we're manifesting everything. So it would be silly to think that, you were condemned to have to be in this one experience forever, as if you manifested the breakup and now you have to remain in that forever. It doesn't matter that they said that they're done, or that they don't want to be in a relationship again, or that they aren't in love with you anymore. They just want friendship. Like, just as you manifested this breakup, you can also manifest the reconciliation. Like, there's no rules on what you can manifest. You plant it in the soil, it grows. So now we're going to grow a reconciliation. So we're going to grow the words that say, that this person regrets saying these things that they were done, that they were just acting out of being hurt and being afraid of getting hurt again. I mean, that would be a very understandable and logical conclusion that you could come to. I mean, your mind could easily grasp upon that without much effort at all. So just say that, they were hurt when they said these things. They didn't actually mean it. I mean, I'm sure you have examples in your past of things that you've told people out of hurt feelings and you actually didn't mean it. Like, that's really common. That happens a lot. So you're going to say to yourself, I bet this person really still does love me, and that they were just hurt when they said they just want friendship. But you need to give this person a chance to come around. Like, you can't force them, you can't nag them, you can't beg, you can't plead and say, I'm sorry, I didn't really actually want to break up. You can't do that. You can't say all of these things and expect them to turn around. Like, you just need to play it cool and sit back and remember what it was like to be together. Remember what it was like to be happy, and see yourself as someone who deserves to be happy, in love with the person of their choice. Now, you may end up manifesting this person back and realizing that you don't actually still want the relationship. Like, that can happen. You are open to manifesting anything you want, and changing your mind, and changing your mind back, and changing it again. But you probably, when you get it back this time, you will probably value it in a way that you didn't before because you experienced the breakup. So maybe this was a chance to really value your love in a way that you weren't before. I'm sure you wish you could go back in time and just have experienced it then and known these things then, but this is growth. You learned it, and now you're going to prove to yourself that you can, you manifested the breakup, you can manifest being back together, you can manifest it all. Maybe it'll give you confidence to manifest something else in your life in the future that you would have otherwise deemed impossible, but now you realize is totally possible because you have this proof. So look at every opportunity as a learning experience and a room for growth. Okay, so I hope that these questions could help not only the people that asked them, but everyone. I do replay these on my YouTube channel, but you can listen to them first at anchor.fm/Veronica Isles, or download the Anchor app. Have a lovely day, and if you'd like to work with me one-on-one, veronicaisles.com is the place to go. Until next time.